We've seen some things on the Craft Beer channel, but nothing compared to Asian Oktoberfest. Gastronomic tour of China for an article I was writing, but the lure of covering a drinking culture completely different to those I was used to was too tempting. I knew nothing about Chinese beer save the fact that it does the job with some duck pancakes at 3 AM in Chinatown, but I wanted to delve a little bit deeper, to see what journey Chinese beer culture has taken compared to the West. Suffice to say, it's different. So when you come to a new town and you're looking for good beer, the first place you should probably go is to an American themed bar, and that's what we've done. So I'm here with Victoria, founder of Home Plate.
Home Plate, American barbecue.
So before we get to this really cool place, tell me about what I should expect from Chinese beer culture. There's a German influence in what you guys have done?
Yeah, when I was young, the only beer my parents drink and my grandparents drink is German beer.
Right.
Like they're all from Qingdao, and in north of China, maybe like Xuehua, Yanjing, but they all based on German beer.
And so you opened a restaurant about six years ago in another part of town.
Yeah.
And that was influenced by what was happening in America, or?
In that time, actually, most of American beer, the first sale is in our restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they will try 1 year or half a year in our restaurant first. We have contract. Then
yep. So they were testing the market and then seeing whether it would grow outside of your pub.
Yeah.
Your customers here and in the old place, were they expats? Were they Americans and British, or were they local Chinese people?
The local Chinese people first, they are not really accept American beer or like a draft.
Yeah.
Like the regular IPA, Qingdao, lager. But after time to time, after they try maybe 3 times, they feel this beer is really tasty.
Okay. So they're breaking, because it's more bitter, they're getting used to it, and then they're like, yeah, I like this, yeah.
Someone said that their hair got better than beer.
It's a fact. So this is happening and the limpets have arrived. After our video of Victoria, we chatted about beer, and it turns out she had a bottle of 2014 Bourbon County Stout. So now we're going to try that, and you're going to witness me doing that and feel jealous. We also got chatting about Slow Boat, a brewery that started life inside Victoria's first pub. With expats and a little interest from the locals, it has outgrown brew pub status and moved out of town. She did tell us about Great Leap though, another American founded brewery with a few sites around the capital, so that's where we headed next, after a snack. Great Leap Brewery, which is like something out of Shoreditch. I'm showing you a shot of the outside right now. I've had an amazing saison made with mosaic. How good are those 2 words? And then a schooner just shy of a pint of 8.3% double IPA, which is starting to send me loopy. But we've just had an American meal, and for me that's a little bit disappointing. What I'd really love to see is A, lots of Chinese people drinking these beers, and B, lots of Chinese food on the table. So we've been invited by Qingdao to go to what has been dubbed the Asian Oktoberfest down in Qingdao? There we go, lots of corrections from the floor. So we're going to go down to the Asian Oktoberfest, we're going to see how the Chinese drink. I don't think it's going to be IPAs, but fingers crossed. Qingdao is about 600 kilometers south of Beijing, right on the coast. It's a former German colony, and supposedly the heart of Chinese brewing for that very reason. It's certainly the heart of macro brewing, and there is only one brewery on the taps. and in the bags. Qingdao was everywhere and the main driving force behind the 2-week-long Oktoberfest. Amazingly, Tsingdao do make an IPA and a stout, and since the lager doesn't come close to the German classics, it boded well for my chances at the festival. If you think that sounds inauthentic, you should probably avert your eyes now. Swing and a miss, Qingdao! Swing and a miss! So here we are in Qingdao, a beautiful seaside town. A cheeky 9 million people live there. It's bigger than London, but it's just a regional city. We've come here, they call it Beer Town, Qingdao. It was a former German colony, which is why they have what is the second biggest brewery in the world, Qingdao. And they've invited us here to see their authentic take on Munich Oktoberfest. I was told it's authentic, but looking around at the rumblings and the drinking going on, I worry that I have been misled. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to ingratiate myself into Chinese drinking culture. It's drink hard, drink fast, and go home by 8 PM and drink the lightest thing you can find. So that's what I'm going to try and do. What follows could be painful. Oh, hi! You probably can't see it, but I'm standing in front of the Paulaner tent, which I think is fake Paulaner. This place is mental. Mental. China was like nothing I've ever experienced in beer, and their rather shotgun approach to drinking made for some hilarious, endearing evenings. But with the incredible, and I don't use that word lightly, food on offer, their brewing scene is lagging seriously behind. The Bavarian history and absurd temperatures have driven them to lager, but modern craft beers with their extremes of sweet, sour and hoppy are born to go with Chinese cuisine. That was my biggest takeaway, even though I never managed to experience them together. So I guess we'll have to show China the way and do it ourselves on the channel.